The frequencies procedure is primarily used for the discrete data, nominal or ordinal variables, but some of its options are useful for scale variables too. This procedure generates a frequency table for the variable of interest, as well as a good number of important statistics, if our variable is continuous, of course. Let's start our exercises with a categorical variable using the employee data file again. We are going to generate the frequency table for the employment category variable, which is a nominal one. This variable JobCat. Its categories are 1 clerical, 2 custodial, and 3 managers. So, in the Analyze menu, we go to the Descriptive Statistics options, and here we click Frequencies. Now we have to introduce our variable of interest, employment category, in the Variables window here. As you notice, this option, Display Frequency Tables, is already selected here. So everything is alright. We can press the OK button. Here is the frequency table we requested. Let's examine it a little bit. This first column contains all the values of our variable, clerical, custodial, and manager. The second column contains the absolute frequencies. So, we have in our bank 363 clerical employees, 27 custodial employees, and 84 managers, a total of 474 employees. The third column contains the percentages or the relative frequencies. So, the clerical employees are about 76% of the total, the custodial employees are about 5% of the total, and the manager employees are about 17% of the total. All these percentages add up to 100, of course. Let's look at the fourth column, valid percent. It also contains the percentages, but computed by excluding the missing values, keeping the valid values only. Since our variable does not have missing values, these two columns are identical, as you can notice. The last column shows the cumulative percentages for all values. For a nominal variable, these percentages are less interesting. They are more meaningful for the ordinal and continuous variables. Now let's use the same procedure for a scale variable, current salary. Besides the frequency table, we will require the program to compute some statistical metrics. So, go to the Analyze menu again, Descriptive Statistics, Frequencies. We enter our variable of interest, current salary, in the Variables window here, and then press the Statistics button. Here I want to select quite a few options, quartiles here, and a random percentile, say the 10th percentile, so I enter 10 here and click Add. In the central tendency border here, I will select these options, mean, median, and mode. In the dispersion section here, I will select standard variation, variance, minimum, maximum, and standard error mean. And in the last section, distribution, I will select both options, skewness and kurtosis. Then click Continue, and then again OK. Now let's look at the output. The first output table contains all the statistics we required. I will not comment these figures in detail because I guess you are already familiar with them if you took a basic statistics course. The skewness and kurtosis scores, along with their standard errors, can be used to test the assumption of normality for our variable, as we will see in detail in a future lesson. Now let's look at the frequency table. It's very big because our variable has a lot of unique valid values. All these values are shown here in this first column. The structure of this table is the same. Absolute frequency, relative frequencies or percentages, valid percentages computed for the valid values only, and cumulative percentages. Maybe the most useful column of this table is the last one, the cumulative percentages. Let's suppose we have to answer the following question. What proportion of employees have an annual salary up to $50,000? To get the answer, we have to scroll down until we find this value, 50,000. It's here, and now we are looking for the percentage in the last column. It's 85. So, 85 of the employees have an annual salary up to $50,000, while about 15% have an annual salary more than $50,000.